Hello everybody, how's it going? It's me, Krendor, and today we got the final faction focus that I care about. There's still Khorne, but I don't really care about Khorne. I'm not a Blood for the Blood God guy. Every time I've played against Khorne, they're annoying. Bloodthirsters are annoying. They kill all my fun stuff, like all my Lizardmen, Seraphon stuff, so not a big Khorne person, but trees. I love trees. I love the Sylvaneth, so let's jump right in. Here we go. Battle traits. Endless growth. Once per turn. Army. End of any turn. Declare. Pick an enemy, or pick any number of friendly Sylvaneth units wholly within 6 inches of a friendly awakened wildwood to be the target. Heal D3 each target. So I believe this used to be heal 1. I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, healing D3 is much better than healing 1. As it turns out. So that's pretty good. You can still walk the hidden paths. Pick a friendly Sylvaneth unit. This is also once per turn, your movement phase. That is not in combat, wholly within 6 of a friendly awakened wildwood. Remove it from the battlefield. Set it up more than 9 from all enemies, wholly within another awakened wildwood. Okay. Then we got Strike and Fade sticking around. Pick a friendly Sylvaneth unit that is in combat and is wholly within 6 inches of a friendly awakened wildwood to use this ability. Remove that unit from the battlefield, set it up again more than 9 inches away from enemy units, wholly within 6 of a different friendly awakened wildwood. Also, this now happens once per turn at the end of any turn. It used to happen right after you fought, I believe, right? So now you actually get hit back. So that's actually pretty big, because that used to be a big Sylvaneth thing. So hold on, I'm pulling out my war scrolls here for the Sylvaneth, because we're going to have to look at some. But, I mean, still good, right? Still being able to just teleport away out of combat. Pretty solid, so. I mean, overall, pretty good. Healing Song. When using the Endless Growth ability, friendly Sylvaneth monsters heal 3 instead of D3? Okay. I mean, that's pretty good. Just, you don't even have to heal D3 anymore. It's just heal 3. That's a lot of healing. Lore of the Deepwood, Tree Song. Pick a friendly Sylvaneth wizard, cast a spell. It's unlimited. If there are fewer than 3 awakened wildwoods on the battlefield, you can set up an awakened wildwood wholly within 18 of the caster, more than 3 inches from all enemy units, objectives, other terrain features. There's already 3. Heal 3 each friendly awakened wildwood. So you heal the trees, because now trees can be damaged. And if you have less than 3 trees, you get to put up a new tree. So, cool. They can make trees. Here we go. Now we get into the meat of the army. Alarielle. Let's see how Alarielle is, because she's always been an interesting war scroll, to say the least, right? So here we are. I literally just went to Seraphon. I don't know why I did that. Okay, Sylvaneth. I'm just lizard brain. So she used to be 16 wounds. Still is. 3 up save. Still is. 14 move. She used to be 16, 15, 14, 13. Bracketing. Now it's just static 14, which, I mean, still pretty good. She now has a 6-up ward, which, did she used to have a 6-up ward? I don't think she did. I don't think she did. So now she has a 6-up ward. Cool. I mean, that's pretty good for 16 wounds, because on average, you're going to ward save 2 to 3 of those 16 wounds, right? So, I mean, that's not bad. Then we have Missile Weapon. This was always the meme, because it's 1 attack, 2x2, 2 rend, 5 damage. That's what it used to be. Or no, 6 damage, and then it would bracket down. Now it's just 1 attack, 2x3, 2 rend, 4 damage. So it's still a meme attack. In fact, it's harder to hit now, because it's +1 to, or it's 1 harder to wound. But it is a flat 4 damage. So if you're landing that spear, that's pretty spicy. Then we have the Talon of Dwindling. So this was her old melee. It was the 4 attacks, 3x4s, 1 damage, and then if you got hit by it, I think you died or some shit. Yeah, you'd roll a 6, and then the enemy would be slain. That was dumb. Then you had the Great Antlers, which were 4 attacks, 3x2s, 2 rend, 5 damage, and it would bracket down to 4, 3, 2 damage. Now, you've got the Spear of Kurnoth, 5 attacks, 3x3s, 2 rend, 2 damage. So that's pretty solid. It's 1 rend off of being the old foot hero meme weapon profile of 3x3s, 1 rend, 2 damage. But I mean, you know, that's still all right. The 2 rend, 2 damage. And then The Great Antlers, 6 attacks, 4s by 2s, 2 rend, 4 damage. So a static 4 damage. It is a companion weapon, so it's not going to benefit from anything except all-out attack. So you can essentially get this to 6 attacks, 3s by 2s, 2 rend, 4 damage, which is pretty good. That's pretty good still. You're doing a lot of damage from that paired up with even the spear for a little bit of more. Especially because the old one, like, you just bracketing down always sucks, man. Like, when you're at 10 wounds taken and you're doing 3 damage and then 2 damage on 13 plus, it just kind of sucked. So now it's just nice because you're just at least doing damage. And so if you bracket, it goes from 6 to 4, which, you know, you can still do some pretty decent damage for that. So cool. Then let's see what she's got. She's got pick one of the following effects. Add 1 to casting rolls for this unit for the rest of the turn. Heal 2d3 this unit. That's pretty good. So she can either get +1 to cast because she's a 3 cast wizard, which is very good. But I think she used to be a 3 cast wizard. She did, but she didn't have +1 to cast from what I can see. So I don't remember having her having +1 to cast. So she can get +1 to cast now, which is very nice, especially in this edition, which seems more rare to find that. Or she can heal if she's hurt. So that's a pretty nice ability. And that's any hero phase. So if that's any hero phase, this just happens like every hero phase then. Like your opponent's hero phase, you can heal 2d3 and then add 1 for the rest of the turn. Yeah, so I mean, you could add 1 to casting in your opponent's turn and then use the command ability to cast a spell in your opponent's turn. That's kind of funny. Or, you know, you could heal in your opponent's turn. You could, you know, do the casting in your turn and then heal in their turn. That's actually insane. She seems really good. Yeah, it's just any hero phase. You could do that. Then your hero phase, Metamorphosis. Pick a visible enemy unit within 12. Roll 2d6. Inflict 2d3 mortal damage on the target. If it's destroyed, you can resolve the effects of Tree Song as if you had cast it, which is the set up a tree or heal the trees one. So that's pretty cool. Then we have Rite of Life. Your movement phase. Pick a friendly Sylvaneth unit that has been destroyed to be the target. This unit can use this ability if it has been destroyed. But if it does, this unit must be the target. Roll a dice. On a 4-up, set up a replacement unit with half the number of models from the target unit, rounding up, wholly within 9 of a friendly awakened wildwood and more than 9 inches from all enemy units. If the target was a monster, allocate 8 damage to the replacement unit. Ward rolls cannot be made for those damage points. So, this used to be once per battle. She could do like the terrain features are all considered overgrown. And then she had the ability to summon in a unit, but now that summoning's gone, it's in your movement phase. She can pick a friendly Sylvaneth unit that's been destroyed, and she can use this ability if it has been destroyed, but if it does, it must be the target. So if she's dead, she can use this ability from the grave to bring herself back on a 4-up, which is pretty cool, right? And so she's also a monster, so she would take 8 damage points and be at half health, and then she'd be on the board again, which is pretty cool. You have to do it on a 4-up, so 50-50, but I mean, even if you're going earlier turns and she's not dead, she can bring back dead units, which is pretty nice. This is only in your movement phase, though, so you only have to do it once per round, essentially, but that's still very strong. That seems very strong. So, I mean, I like that, you know? I mean, it's Alarielle. She should be bringing stuff back, right? And then once per turn, army, any charge phase, declare. If this unit charged this turn, pick an enemy infantry unit within 1 inch of it to be the target. Roll a dice. On a 3-up, inflict an amount of mortal damage on the target equal to the roll. So it has to be an infantry unit, and then you roll a dice, and so on a 3-up, you're doing mortal wounds. And this is not a D3, this is actual D6. A lot of these are D3. This is an actual hard-hitting, you know, you're getting battering rammed by the big-ass beetle. So, I mean, overall, she seems really good. I'm not gonna lie. She's got the ward save. She's got this healing and casting bonus. She's got a good spell. She's got battering ram. She's bringing stuff back to life. She hits hard. She's on a 3-up save with a lot of wounds. Like, cool. She seems good. She'll probably be a lot of points, but she already is a lot of points. So very cool. Then we got Spirit of Durthu. Here we go. Spirit of Durthu. He's always hit very hard. He has the exact same stat profile. His shooting attack used to be 6 attacks, and they would bracket down to as low as 3. 4s by 3s, 1 rend, 2 damage. So he lost 3 range on the shooting, but now it's 5 attacks every time. So, I mean, that's cool. Doesn't bracket. I think that's pretty good. Then he's got the Guardian Sword, which is the hard hitter. 4 attacks, 3s by 2s, 2 rend, 5 damage, anti-monster, +1 rend. Woo! For reference, used to be 3 attacks. So you actually got an attack, but there were ways to get more attacks. You would do the artifact for D3 attacks, and then there was like another +1 attack or something. 3s by 3s. Now, 3s by 2s. You can all-out attack this and be on 2s by 2s, which is very nice. There's also ways to get +1 wound as well, like that one thing, but now it's just built in, so that's cool. And then 2 rend, but you get up to 3 rend fighting monsters, which is very good. And then it used to be a flat 6 damage, and it would bracket to D6, D3, and then 1. It would bracket all the way down to 1 damage. That's so terrible. So now, if he has 10 or more, it's just the sword is at 3 attacks. So you lose 1 attack, that is phenomenally better. Like, having not bracketing anymore for most things, or, you know, it's like bracketing, but it's like barely anything. It's so much more fun. I love what they've done with bracketing. Then he's got Titanic Duel, pick an enemy monster in combat with this unit to be the target. On a 3+, subtract 1 from the attack characteristic of target's melee weapons for the rest of the turn. Okay, that's cool. So he's harder to kill. And then add 1 to hit rolls for this unit's combat attacks while the target is within 3 inches of an Awakened Wildwood. So if the enemy's within 3 of an Awakened Wildwood, and not wholly within either, he's getting +1 to hit. So then he's just on 2s by 2s for his Guardian Sword, and then 3s by 2s for the Massive Impaling Talon. Oh, the Talons are also crit mortal. I didn't even put that together. Wow, the Talons used to be 2 attacks, 2s by 2s, 2 rend, 3 damage. Now it's 4s by 2s. They would bracket down to 3, 4, 5. And then the crit mortals, that's really nice, having crit mortal on that. I mean, I think he's good. He does lose last strike. Or it was on a 3-up, you could give something last strike. So that's unfortunate, but I mean, if you're charging into a monster and then you're subtracting 1 from their attack characteristics and then you're getting +1 rend, you're doing crit mortals, like, this dude's messing up monsters, man. Like, this guy is a monster slayer. Like, my God. I mean, he can kill anything for the most part. He doesn't have to just kill monsters. He just benefits the most from that. But wow, he's really strong. Then we got Spite Revenants. Spite Revenants are wee-woo. Here they are. They used to have 5 move. Still do. 2 wounds, 5-up save. Yep. They used to be 3 attacks. 3s by 4s. Or no, 3s by 3s. Now they're 3s by 4s. 1 damage. But they used to have unmodified hit rolls, a 6. They take a mortal wound, the attack sequence ends, which they still do. Pick an enemy infantry unit in combat with this unit to be the target. On roll 3-up, the target cannot use commands for the rest of the turn. That's pretty good. Shutting down commands is pretty good. Who would have guessed it? So, I mean, you can stop their all-out defense, but they're not really going to be doing all-out defense because you're just trying to get mortal wounds onto them. I mean, cool. Probably depends on their points, but I mean, they're probably all right. Yeah, it probably depends on their points. I mean, doing mortals, just in general, is always pretty solid. So then we got the Spite Rider Lancers. Oh boy, here we go. These guys were kind of mediocre, actually, from what I remember. 14 move, down to 12. 5 wounds, 4-up save. So they lost 2 move. The Lances used to be 4s by 4 attacks, 3s by 3s, 2 rend, 1 damage. Now it is 3 attacks, 3s by 4s, 1 rend, 1 damage, but they have anti-cavalry +1 rend and charge +1 damage. So I guess if you attack cavalry on the charge, now it's 3 attacks, 3s by 4s, 2 rend, 2 damage. Okay. And then the mandibles used to be 3 attacks, 4s by 3s, 1 rend, 1 damage. They still are, but they also get +1 damage on the charge, so that's pretty nice. They also used to get first strike if they charge in the same turn, and then they would heal based on wounds that they did. So now they heal 3 at the end of any turn, which honestly, that's I'd rather just have that. Heal 3 is nice. And then if this unit charges turn, roll a dice on a 3 up, they get strike first, so they still kind of have it. I mean, I kind of like them more in this War Scroll now because I like the fact that they have a purpose. Like, these go after cavalry. However, even if you don't go after cavalry, you're still getting the +1 damage on each thing. So you're still doing 2 damage on both of your attacks. And so if you go into infantry or something, right, something with a higher save, maybe infantry's on a 4 or 5 up anyway, you're still going to be hitting for like 2 damage and doing some decent damage output. Like, I don't know. I think they're all right. Or like sniping a hero or something on the charge. I don't know. I think they're controlling objective. You know what I mean? I do think they're better. I don't know how much better. I mean, they're better than what they used to be, but it's not like they're crazy better, right? So, I mean, I'm happy with that. I think it's cool that they have a defined role now. And that's that. And then here's Spearhead Kurnoth Hunters, which, let me just check here. The range profile of the Great Bows. It used to be 2 attacks, 30-inch range. Now it's only 18-inch range. 4s by 3s, 1 rend, 2 damage. Now it's 3s by 3s, 1 rend, 2 damage. Okay, so it looks like they got better hit. However, I don't trust the Spearhead War Scrolls now because I've seen, like, they showed the Spearhead Carnosaur, right? And then they showed the actual Carnosaur and the faction focus, and it was, like, completely different. So I don't trust Spearhead War Scrolls now. So we'll see what the actual Kurnoth Hunters are. But overall, I mean, this looks promising to me. I think Sylvaneth is a fun army, and they seem like they're going to keep being a fun army. At least I hope so. But from what we've seen here, looks good to me. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments section below. I think they look pretty fun. I'll be excited to test them out whenever they release all the actual War Scrolls and look them over and all that stuff. So thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Here's some more faction focuses up on the screen if you want to go check those out. And I'll see you next time. Okay? Okay. See ya.